Hey kid, how's it going? Hopefully having a good day, good week, good month. Shoot, hopefully even having a good year. It's been well over 6 months since I made another Dear Child Love You video. Do I apologize? Somewhat. Somewhat. I want to say, just life got busy, and it did. It did, honestly. So 2025. This is just a wrap up of the year. I'm talking about hopes and dreams for next year, or this year rather, 2026. Because today is January. Looking up at the calendar, it's the wrong calendar. January 4th, Sunday, approximately 12:21 Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's start it off. All right, I'm trying to do like a wrap up of what I've learned about myself within the 5 categories. I'll try to do 5 categories. At least what I'm doing with my therapy. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and then lastly is spiritually, religiously, whatever you want to call it. How do I feel? Physically, for 2025, I had surgery in April. Recovered mostly from that. And I feel like just physically speaking, the only thing to do now is go back to the gym and work out. I do miss going to the gym. And the way the year ended for me was my right elbow was a little weird. And same thing with my shoulder. That was also a little weird. That's it physically, mentally, I feel like as if I am much more aware since I've been diagnosed with ADHD back in July of just, I won't say my limitations. I don't like using that word, but probably the best thing to convey, to understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, my limitations, right? I do have a lot of energy. I also feel like my energy doesn't come out in like a marathon necessarily, it comes out in like short bursts. So I have to be mindful of how I use it throughout the day. And also my brain, I believe, has the ability to lie to my body to like, hey, things are still going, so I can still stay active. Like as long as I'm staying stimulated, I'm ready. I'm revved up to keep going, right? And then at the end of it, I crash and burn. I become tired and exhausted. And the thing also realize affect myself that whenever I drop something or I let go of something, I pick up something else up, and I gotta be mindful of whenever I do that. So I think something that I learned about myself this year, particularly emotionally speaking. I feel like as if I am entering my emotional right. I feel emotionally sound for the most part, and at the same time though I'm more emotionally frustrated about many things, whether it be money, my personal situation, my commutes, a bunch of stuff. So that's how I feel physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. This past year, what I learned about myself financially speaking is the fact that as good as I am at saving money, I am probably half as good spending it. When I say spending it, I mean like spending it wisely, right? So let's say for example I have $200, right? I have $200 extra dollars. All my bills are paid, whatever, With that $200 into me automatically, I go like, oh, I should treat myself, right? That's kind of how I go almost automatically. Is in the sense of I could just take this money and just use it to buy lunch every day, or go out go out to eat for dinner, right? And I think $200, and that was gonna sound a little messed up. It's a lot of money, but also it's not a lot of money, right? If anything, for myself, I learned about myself financially speaking, if I do have extra money, right, whether again after all my bills are paid and I have like money left over, I do need to take a part of that money and just put it set aside for myself. I don't think that I can do that because I'm a teacher. Oh, excuse me. I'm a teacher in New York, and I make X amount of money, so I'm able to actually have some money aside, whether it's between $550 or even $500 at one point. I'm able to take that money and put it aside and put it into invest into something. So I acknowledge the fact that I have that privilege and that honor. Spiritually, spiritually speaking, for myself is I've kind of confirmed it. At least for myself, at this point, I'm agnostic. I do believe in something. I do believe in some sort of greater thing. I do believe in that for sure, and I respect most religions for the most part. What I don't respect is when someone uses religion to justify themselves to execute, persecute, or judge someone else because they don't follow their same religion. That's where I personally draw the line. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't subscribe to that portion of religion. I can acknowledge the discipline, the work ethic, the beauty of the religion as a whole, right? Whether it's let me say it properly. Whether it's being Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, any other ones that I know? Buddhism, shoot, like those are just the big ones that come off the top of my head, right? But almost any religion, I would say that I can kind of acknowledge, say, like, hey, you know what? There's some beauty in that, some good stuff. But to me at least, if you take that religion and be like, oh, I need to go out and persecute these people because they don't believe what I believe, at that point I'm like, nah, I can't subscribe to that ideal. Can't agree to that. Any religion, I don't care what it is. I don't care what your book law says. Oh, you must persecute these people. Nah, I just can't do it. And then I guess the last thing I learned about myself is the fact that, well, for one thing, I do love doing podcasts. I started doing a podcast with my friend Evan called Bill, and that's been great. It's been real fun. We're on episode 8, I think, 8, 9, maybe. And I enjoy just shitting on red pillars. I was about to say, well, I plan for the future for it. No plans, just keep doing it. All right, I told myself no future plans of what I plan to do. Yeah, kid. You know, I don't really have advice here. I guess maybe what I've learned from 2025. I mean, you know that time is a man-made construct. I think what I learned for myself mostly this year is the fact that, you know, shoot, especially having a kid, right? My kid particularly, you kid, right? I can't see that back. Like almost every single student I've had, before I even had my child, all of my students I've ever had, they've all helped me learn my physical, mental, emotional, even financial weaknesses about myself. And for that, I say thank you, because when you get to see your weaknesses, you get to work on it. And I think maybe that's what I learned the most about myself in 2025. I learned so much about my own weaknesses as a man, or as a person, a human being. I don't know, kid. I'm just trying my best, right? And I think it's the last time I said I'm going to do these on a monthly basis, you know, give you some sort of insight or advice on something. And I will try to do it. I'm going to try. I am stepping back, or taking a step back. I still like a number of things I'm trying to do and accomplish. You know, it's unfortunate I have to, one thing I have to step back from is tutoring. It's unfortunate because I do like the kid. The kid's a good kid. He is a good kid. It's just too much for me to do tutoring, be a father, and do martial arts and everything else. It's just too much. It's not possible. So, but yeah, kid, that's what I feel about 2025. I'm looking forward to 2026. As of right now, no, because we're going to move Venezuela. Who knows? I don't. It's so tiring and exhausting. Anyways, D3ar, I love you.